After a stern conversation with the members of Shadow Malice, Tulak assured a safe parting of ways. Kruka began cleaning up the battlefield by cutting what throats needed cutting, and quickly learned that being near a slain Urdafon is a dangerous prospect. Gilda, meanwhile, went to speak with the prisoners, held in the kitchens and apparently planned for future tavern meals, were a skulk with a missing hand, a curmudgeonly deep gnome named Glashtramdur, and a drow named Falshi Orshendiel. Falshi claimed to be from a drow outpost known as Ildaris. None could explain how they got there, the skulk simply muttering about a man in many-colored motley clothes, and Falshi blaming Urdafons near his outpost. Falshi promised to see the prisoners as far as the first Darklands tunnels they find, and warned the heroes that if they ever come across Hildaris, they would be welcomed, so long as they came in peace. The heroes then cleared the tavern of what goods they could find, and retraced their steps back. As they carefully made their way along the original observation deck they had found, they tried to get the jump on another centipede creature, as it began to fog their minds.
Happy birthday to me tomorrow. Happy birthday to me tomorrow. Happy birthday. That's right. It's that time of year again, friends. On the recording, not the release.
No, yeah.
It is nearly my birthday. I did
There's
this
a
last
reason
April
I put the release ahead
on my
of time.
birthday. And it's very exciting. It's very exciting. Tomorrow I am old more.
God, I forgot that you made a big deal about your birthday last year.
Yeah.
I always make a big deal of my birthday. That's not strictly true, but I do like to brag about it and get free drinks. I got me thinking about the year-old birthday, and I was wondering what you think your characters have done on their previous birthdays. What sort of celebration or ritual would your characters have for a name day celebration, as it were?
I think Kruka's would be exactly like mine was 2 days ago, by the way.
Your birthday was 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was last year,
man.
too.
Oh,
thanks,
shout
guys.
out Duncan's birthday 2 days ago and my birthday 9 days ago.
Yeah.
We're all pretty close. But very quiet day of wake up, probably smoke some forest grasses and read a book. And I guess there probably weren't any moving pictures for him to see, but yeah, just a quiet, chill, serene
maybe he
day.
did shadow puppets on the wall.
Yeah,
Have some
exactly.
pipe weed.
Pulled out the origami book and made himself a paper crane.
And then go to bed early and not look at his phone very much.
That's fun. That's a nice peaceful birthday. That's fine. That sounds about right for Kruka. What about Lady Gilda? What's a birthday like? It's a birthday celebration like in the military.
Well, so she's technically brand new to the Eagle Knights, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't until about 6 months ago at this point that she got her injuries. So prior to this, she was really just studying and being a squire to Sir Odker. So
she would have gone through some boot camp training before, though, right? A little bit. Some comrades in arms.
Yeah, she studied in August or in Augustana. So I imagine she probably just took the day off school and maybe I don't know. I hadn't thought about it. I don't even think about mine, so I don't know why I would think about hers.
Did she walk through the beautiful gardens of Augustana? Perhaps.
Yeah, probably something like that. Like she would take some sort of reprieve to appreciate the beauty in life. Just really leading into that Shaylin
Classic
lifestyle.
Shaylin.
Yeah, like something artsy, whether it be watching a minstrel perform or the walks in the garden or something like that. Nothing crazy. She doesn't come from a rich family, even though they are like well known. So.
Who's Sir Odker? You mentioned it. We'd never heard that before.
Sir Odker was the knight that Gilda was a squire to. He was killed in the orc raid on the Asphodel Mountains, and it was after he died that she picked up his sword. And the same orc that killed her is the orc that chipped the bone in her leg. That's when she got promoted. Was when the knight she was a squire for was killed in combat, and she picked up his sword. So that was the day she became a knight. So it's sad, but it's also a pleasant memory for her because she finally got what she'd always wanted.
So the orc killed her knight and injured her in the same 15 seconds, potentially 2 rounds.
Pretty much. Yeah.
2 to 3 rounds, yeah, in between round 2 and 3.
Yeah, one action to pick up the sword, 2 actions to kill, and then orc ferocity with a chip in the bone.
And what now that we're getting to a deep dive of your character here, what happened to the sword, and how long after did she switch her belief from Shaylin to Aurori, or her worship, I should say?
Yeah, so it was while she was healing. The sword she would have buried with Sir Odker because it was his sword. And the orc axe, a lot of it is still in her leg.
Yeah, it's a big chunk still in the bone.
Yeah, it's still in the bone. Yeah.
Gross.
So yeah, she buried Sir Odker with his sword, as is befitting of an eagle knight. And I don't remember the other half of your question.
How long after did she switch to a worship in Aurori and a change in?
Oh, it was during her recovery. Shaylin wasn't offering her peace and solace. Finding the beauty in life doesn't really... I'm sure it helped her recover mentally, but recovering physically from this wound that they weren't able to remove the blade from.
Yeah.
That was Aurori. It was she found meditation to help her overcome the pain, and then eventually, through strength in body and mind, eventually just turned over to Aurori solely after... she was able to
probably could have had the opportunity to retire that part of her life early and focus something else through Shaylin, but decided to continue on the martial and physical path. And so it sounds like the switch was necessary.
So no matter how many forest baths she took, there was still an axe in her leg.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that means, but okay.
So the way I'm justifying it is this took place in a very remote station of the Asphodel, and the wound was so grievous that the medics on hand, because there weren't clerics at the time, the medics on hand couldn't remove it without damaging the bone entirely. So she told them just to leave it in so she could continue to walk.
Yeah.
And then by the time she could get magical treatment, it was just healed over, and she'd already found her brace and Aurori. And this is her own private internal pain that she's chosen to hold on to a degree. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into my motivations about playing a differently abled character, but it is very difficult in this world to write a differently abled character and have it make sense in the physics of the world.
Just keep in mind that if she punches her own leg, she's trying to tap into the dark side.
Yeah, she's leaning into that rage.
Yeah, yeah. It's maybe a less obvious thing. I don't know if we talked about it much, just for listeners though. But she does wear a leg brace, which is what allows her to help maintain the integrity of her leg and hold the pain in. And
Yeah.
all that sort of thing.
And I've tried to be very careful about making that a defining characteristic because I don't want her to be defined by her.
It's just a piece of her history. But yeah. But what about Tulok? I imagine Tulok used to celebrate his birthday very differently compared to what he does now.
Yeah,
All but funny.
pretty much exactly what I was going to say. You know, all those years growing up in the inn that his family owned, I think that especially early on before his powers started to come about were great years. Like, it's in Absalom, it's beautiful, you know, just a nice airy inn with sunlight coming in, and just, you know, I just see him like in a close knit family, just really enjoying it. And then when he had to separate himself from them, he is where he kind of probably just altogether stopped celebrating, I would say.
Yeah. You used to wake up to the sweet scent of freshly baked cinnamon rolls, and you'd give your mother a hard time for putting raisins in them, even though you secretly loved them.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd give her a hard time for that. Raisins are fucking money.
Things were simpler then, but
Pretty
now,
much. Yeah, and then I think now it's just a reminder of another year passing with him not being able to control his powers. It's like, and he's a half elf, you know, so time is ticking by, albeit not as fast as if he was a human, straight human. But
does he just keep his
those are years
birthdays
going by.
to himself in Otari? Does he just like lock the doors of the fortune telling caravan for the day?
I wouldn't even say he goes that far. I think he just would probably just treat it like any other day. Like the thought crosses his mind and he moves on.
I was hoping you were going to say something like he spends the day playing pranks on Kilino Lafinar in the market.
He's just hanging out
Kilino
with the
watches
skeletal
out.
champion in his caravan.
Yeah.
Kilino watches out for this one day a year now, like, because he knows something's going to go wrong, but he doesn't know who's doing it.
You know, it's kind of nice now that he can animate undead, because like if he's ever bored in the future after the adventure, he could like have someone to play poker with.
Yeah. Be careful. There's a really, really cool undead creature that I almost pit against you guys that has to do with like fortune and gambling.
Just playing dominoes with like dominoes made of the skeleton's bones.
But speaking of birthdays, I have no segue. For your
Speaking of
birthday, Scott,
it's about to be death day for this creature we just saw.
For your birthday, Scott, is going to be, well, I said at the end of last episode, we're going to start with a will save. Order of operations here. Let's roll initiative first.
Also, point of order, I said that I was moving ahead of the group, and I think that it was very unfair that I was spotted because of Gilda's armor.
That was just a little flavor. To be honest, I was ready for you anyway.
Because that's how the spirit of sneaking works.
Hey, you still get to roll stealth for your initiative. Quit your whining.
Fine.
The small peek behind I can give you here is that it did notice you when you first came through here. It just pretended it didn't, and then it changed the wall and waited. And I've been sitting on that for weeks.
Be kidding me.
Because you guys rolled in with lights on, you know, and the wall was transparent. It definitely noticed you. It just pretended not to.
We thought it was a one-way glass kind of thing. One-way mirror.
Well, you'd be wrong. What do we get for initiative here?
19 for Gilda.
19. Tulok?
21.
Okay. Kruka?
23.
Okay. We are going to start combat with Kruka at the top of the round. Let me just double check one quick ruling here. Okay, you're good to go. What would you like to do?
Okay.
You can't see the creature.
Nope.
But you probably see a reaction from Tulok. He just takes around and then he sees this thing move towards him. He's like, "Duh, crap," you know?
Yeah, and he knows what's up there, so he's just going to preemptively get himself angry. So first action, fly into a rage. And then second action, I think he's just going to assume shit's going down and charge in there. If he'll allow me to sudden charge his way in. So
Yeah, by all means.
let's make sure I got the.
Yeah, sudden charge doesn't require a minimum distance, or doesn't require a straight line the whole way, right? So you can just barrel in and
Nope.
go.
Okay, so he gets angry. He runs in up the hall. So he will come up to the west of the Sugathi and strike with the butchering axe for a 28.
Okay. So the Sugathi is got a sword in its, like, one of its tail tentacles ready for you, but you run in and strike. 28 will hit.
25 damage, 17 slashing, 8 fire.
Beastly hit. Very good. That's all 3 actions, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Next up is Tulok. Now you can roll me that sweet will save.
Oh, I'm gonna use a hero point. Ooh, way better. 26.
Okay, you're good. But you can feel that familiar fog, mind fog, clamping down on you.
Mind freak. Okay, Tulok. If I remember correctly, I can interact with this wall and we'll be able to see through it. Is that how these walls worked?
There are particular glyphs you have to find on the wall to activate. Just like in the poltergeist room, they're like in a specific spot.
Okay,
Designed,
no
like,
worries.
Activating
Tulok
buttons.
takes a step forward and then will cast telekinetic projectile, hurling a block from the wall at this creature for a 22 to hit.
That's a miss, I'm afraid.
That is okay. Do I want to roll it again? Nah, it's okay. That's the end of my turn.
Lady Yoda, what do you get?
First action will be a stride. Second action is a step to keep out of its reach. And third action will be punch.
Okay.
27 to hit.
That hits.
14 points of bludgeoning, 4 points of positive. If it's undead. Which
It's
I
not
don't think
undead.
it is. Okay.
Okay, this thing is going to, let's see here, is going to take a step backwards and
Krucka's gonna
swing
follow him.
its long sword with its reach. Oh, okay. Well, it's going to swing at you anyway, Krucka, as you follow. Stupid keep up mechanic. Actually, just, let me see if I can, let me go read it and see if I can spoil your time here. What's it called again?
I put it in the chat.
escape?
No escape.
You keep the page. Oh, what's the? Oh, no, I think you're good. Damn.
Yep.
I was hoping a step would not activate it, but it doesn't.
Oh,
doesn't
no.
appear to be the case.
No getting away, buddy.
There's no escape, not kind of escape sometimes.
Can't step without feet, bud.
Have you seen the artwork of this creature? You want me to remind you? I don't know if it has feet.
Oh, too many feet, actually.
Whatever. It's going to swing its longsword at you for a measly 17 to hit. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
And then it is going to try and bite you. Oh, that's going to hit with a 32.
Ooh, that does hit indeed.
Okay, you're going to take 14 piercing damage, and I need a
Okay.
fortitude save, please.
21.
Meat to beat. You're good to go. Next up is you, Krucka.
First action, he is gonna swing with the butchering axe.
Mm-hmm.
29 to hit.
Yep.
26 damage, 8 fire.
Yep. Looking in rough shape already.
Second action, free action, he's gonna change the grip on his butchering axe and he's gonna try to disarm.
Sorry. Roll me a will save.
You roll me a will save. No, I'll do it. 17. No, you roll me a will save.
Okay, I'm gonna retcon a little bit of this turn here. You're not gonna like it at all, but it's
Nope.
actually pretty legit. You have
Didn't
failed.
like you already,
You are confused. And so at the start of your turn, you fail that and are confused. The creature then uses its reaction to use Command Confusion and directs you in the way of which you attack. In which case, it's going to try and force you to attack Lady Gilda, which means you get another will save.
Dinger. 19.
You fail, and that 29 goes against Lady Gilda's armor or AC.
Yeah, she'll use reactive shields as a reaction to drop that shield in place, and that makes her AC at 30.
Okay, so it just clangs off the shield in the last minute. But you're already somewhat familiar with this mechanic, and you just see him going to try and hit the Sagathi and then turn and swing at you. I think I'm just gonna call. I think you still get all your actions for your turn when you're confused. But it only has one reaction to command you in a direction. Let me just double check something here. Fail.
You use all your actions to strike or cast defensive cantrips, though the GM can have you use other actions to facilitate the attack, such as draw,
I'm
move.
Trying
so
to
on
decide
and
if
so
this command confusion it works on all of your actions or just for the next one. Doesn't really say. Well, I think it will. So I'm gonna try and I think it's gonna try and force you to continue as like yield, but you're still gonna get will saves for each one. So roll me another will save.
30.
Okay. So now the target is actually determined randomly. In which case you are actually going to go for the Sagathi. So
suck a Sagathi.
Roll me an attack roll.
25.
That'll hit.
22 damage.
Okay, 22 damage. So now it's looking really bad again. And third action, roll me another will save.
22.
It's a success, so we'll do it randomly again. And it's going to be the Sagathi again.
13.
Miss. Okay. That could have been a lot
Could've
worse.
Yeah.
Tulok, what do you got?
Tulok is going to look at this creature and say, lay down your weapons, lay down your arms, and we won't kill you right here, right now. But if you continue to fight, you will die. And you're going to attempt to intimidate. That's going to be
will save first, please.
Okay. 27.
Okay, you're good.
And the intimidate is going to be a 28, but I believe we don't share a language, so I'm pretty sure that makes it 24.
Yep, I think you are correct, and that is against my will DC.
Mm-hmm.
That's a success.
Okay. And then after,
so frightened one.
you got it, buddy. And then he will just again cast telekinetic projectile.
Okay. That's a sweet move you did there.
2 on the die for a 17 to hit.
Yeah, nope.
Whatever.
Lady Gilda, will save.
18.
That is a fail. You are confused.
Okay.
You are going to randomly determine the target, I believe.
Yeah, I guess so. I was kind of hoping I could use Perfected Mind, but that makes sense.
How does that work? You don't remember how that works?
It's a focus spell that allows me to attempt a will save against one mental effect currently affecting me.
Yeah, see, that's something that's pretty cool. It takes one action. But the confusion definitely sinks in first. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have the option.
No, I think you're right after being confusing again. So, all right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna break it down to the two nearest opponents here, and you are going to go after Kruka first.
Perfect. That's what I was going to do anyway.
I deserve it.
Got him.
Well, if I hit you, you get a DC 11 save to recover from confusion.
Yep.
That's a 35.
Oof. That's a crit. The good news is you definitely hit me.
Oh,
I can
boy.
take the hit. It's fine.
Okay.
Right. Crit it up.
That's 30 points of bludgeoning.
Brutal.
Knock some
That's
sense into
birthday
the
spanking
man.
if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
All right, and next one is gonna be Kruka again, I'm afraid.
Right. And you get a DC 11 flat check from the last attack, Kruka.
Okay.
It's a 31 to hit.
So I'm no longer confused.
Yeah, you got a 19. Yeah, no longer confused.
Just in time to realize you're getting punched by Gilda.
31 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's a hit, but it's not a crit.
But you're going to be seeing stars one way or the other, apparently. It's 11 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Okay, and the next one, you actually are going to start going for the Sugathi, so you're going to waste your next action walking towards it.
Cool.
All right, Sugathi up is going to swing that longsword at Kruka. 32 to hit.
That hits.
Is that a crit?
Nope.
You wish.
Is it not? Oh, damn.
No.
Oh,
Stop.
you were confused. You were flat-footed. That's why.
Yeah.
I thought you had 22 AC.
Hey, Freeman.
Yeah.
Suck a burn.
It's my birthday.
Not yet.
Suck it,
By the time the listeners
gonna
hear
be-
this, it'll be long past. So
It's going to be 8 slashing from the long sword. And I'm going to need a fortitude save again, please.
you need nothing.
But you take everything.
30.
All right, you good. It's going to go for a bite. 29 to hit.
That hits.
11 piercing. And another fortitude, please.
28.
Okay, you good? Yeah, you are very fortitudinous, as they say. And then I think this creature is going to... Yeah, it's actually gonna like try to start squeezing into the 5-foot hallway behind it. It's gonna roll
Okay,
an
Kirk is following.
acrobatics check. Okay. Starts to try and squeeze in. Actually, I think I could do it. It just treats it as difficult terrain, so it's like it starts to get to the back. It goes to the back of the hallway here, so it just moves like 10 feet in, so you can follow up to that, right to the threshold of the hallway. And that's gonna be the end of its turn. It is no longer frightened. Kruka, you're up, and on its heels, as it were.
On its heels. First action, swing with the axe. Try to bring this thing down. 33 to hit.
That's a hit. That's a crit.
Yes. 54 damage.
Yeah, describe your kill.
Jeez.
So as it starts to like clamber away, Kruka just grabs it by the tail, like around where the sword is, with one hand, and then like the two-handed axe, he's so pissed off, he just brings down with one hand on top of it, and it just goes up in
Yes.
flames.
Love it. Wonderful. And you killed the thing. Almost should have been quick and dirty if it were not for the goddamn confused condition, which wears off of Lady Gilda shortly after, and that's the end of the combat.
That was anticlimactic.
Some fights are just quick and easy.
Tulok will open the door to the... Presuming that these guys are going to be doing some healing and shit, Tulok opens the door to the north.
You open the door to the north there, and it leads 10 feet forward to a flat wall. Dead end.
Seeing that, Tulok will just move to the others because he doesn't want to go ahead by himself.
Kruka could use a little health right now. Down by 65.
Woo!
Okay, first treat wounds is 7 back, then 24 from a lay on hands.
If I can hop in the rotation, I just need 10.
Well, we're gonna take 14 away from Kruka. Yeah, you can have 24 after that, Kruka. And then 15 back for Tulok.
I'm good.
24 back, Kruka. How you looking there?
Okay, that does it.
There was just another 10-foot hallway back up that direction.
Before that, I'd just like to do one more check on those unusual liquids that I have in my inventory while I'm being healed. The crafting, the alchemical liquids that we found. Nat 20. 35.
Oh, well, in that case, they are what you call an ichthyosis mutagen. If you drink it with an interact action, and your skin basically continues to renew itself, thickening into large scaly patches. So for 1 minute, you gain fast healing 2, and automatically succeed at flat checks to recover from persistent bleed. And the drawback, though, is your thickened skin makes movement difficult, and your excess skin flakes off with the slightest movement. You take a -2 penalty to reflex saves for 1 minute, and anything attempting to track you in the next 24 hours gains a +4 circumstance bonus to their check.
Cool.
You have 2 of them, too, by the way.
Anyone want one?
And just so you know, fast healing is basically like at the start of your turn, you just get 2 hit points back.
I don't need it.
You can keep it. I don't think Aurori would appreciate me taking a mutagen that gives me dander.
I pray at the altar of Head and Shoulders, so here we go.
Shaylin's just like, dandruff's so ugly.
It's exactly
that is
how
not the
I
way to
picture
perfection
the
at
voice of a
all.
god.
Okay, so Tulok peeked around the corner here, where this creature was trying to crawl away to, and yet it's just a dead-end hallway.
Sure is.
So Tulok mentions to the others, perhaps we should begin searching here. It was crawling for something, maybe a trap door. Also, that 10-foot hallway back there with nothing but a dead end seems weird too. There must be another way through.
Yeah, let's search it up thoroughly.
Searching it up thoroughly. Are you just going to do the one where the Sugathi was going first?
Start there, yeah.
Take a little peek around. Yeah, you can actually see pretty much right away. It's almost as if you could tell the body was trying to reach for this little hidden switch. And there is a secret door right there that leads north. It leads onto a sort of galley, just similar to the one you've just walked around, with another transparent wall, but this one follows like a rocky ledge that's within like the cave system you caught a glimpse of earlier, Tulok. And peeking in, you can see it follows the edge like kind of on north along the western side, but there is a sort of bridge, a rock bridge that's a transparent wall on each side of it that leads to the east and kind of like loops around down to the south. And in the cave is like obviously lots of stone and rubble, but there's basically like a bunch of water, like it's a reservoir from an underground river.
Ah,
Is that the way we're going?
so the Abomination Vault really is just Nestle's headquarters where they're ripping water out of our fucking earth for no money.
Well, you see no signs of purposeful extraction, just natural underground environment. So, listen here, conspiracy nut.
Is there anything on the Sugathi we can grab? I'm guessing the sword and whatnot.
It has the long sword, which has some residue from its venom still on the blade, but that will go away quickly. It was carrying a writing slate and some chalk, and it also had one of those wands of status, which, I mean, are reasonably valuable for selling, so that's something.
Take the wand.
So whoever's
Did we
got
keep
the other
the
one,
other one?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I have it, I think. And
Okay.
also, Krucka, can you read... Wait, sorry, who speaks Aklo, or is it no one?
No one.
I don't think anyone does.
Grail.
No, Grail does.
Is there anything on the chalkboard, like written down?
Yeah, it's looking a little scuffed now, but it looks like there might be some legible script on it. But
Too
you
long.
Oh, that I can do. With Society check, you can try and determine writing.
You can decipher writing, but I think that's more for like code. Because I feel like we've used it pretty loosely in the past, but yeah, I think it's more for finding like codes and stuff in the writing, not really about understanding the language. Like I allowed you to use it a long time
Though
ago.
the GM might allow you to attempt to decipher text in an unfamiliar language using Society instead. Decipher writing is a
right.
magic check, so you would use one of the 4 magic schools, but There is
Right.
a caveat to the skill that says I might be able to do it with society.
Okay. Right. So society is for coded messages or archaic documents. Religion for scripture. Occultism for esoteric texts, and about mysteries and philosophy, and arcana for writing about magic and science. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll me a society? It's gonna be a secret check actually, so let me do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you given like the time you've done this, like I feel like a couple times. I particularly remember you doing it on the plaque to Volok's image or something, like their Belcor's image way up in the first level in the sort of detached house, and you discovered that was written in Aklo. So you're starting to think you're gaining a little bit of an understanding of Aklo, and you are trying to put it together, and it looks to you like maybe they're trying to come up with a sort of trying to understand like the arcana, the arcane method of spells, which is like sort of through study and intelligence and like writing spells down in formulas and that sort of thing. Whereas these creatures would be a little more like of an occult type of caster. This one, it appears to you as though it was trying to go a different direction.
She will explain that to the best of her abilities.
Does Tulok think that this would essentially be like a spell scroll if he could read it?
Yeah, you can't say for sure.
Tulok will...
I would say you think that's what it's attempting to be, to a degree. It looks like that's what it was going for, but you don't know if it's functional.
Tulok will copy down onto a sheet of paper just basically will copy what's written on it.
Okay, sure. All right, so we're gonna pass a reasonable amount of time here because you've spent some time healing.
Yeah, copying a scroll, if you're gonna do it to that, to the degree that you could cast it, if you were able to, is not a short activity.
No, and I also don't know if I know how to do that, but I think that he's gonna show it to Augrael later and just see what Augrael says.
Just pull your phone out and take a picture.
Yeah.
Easy.
I use the word Reaper.
You all retcon your characters to have eidetic memories.
Tulok steps into the cave room to the north.
Okay.
And
by the
then-
way, the runes for the wall in the previous room are like pretty clearly right next to where the open's at. Just saying.
Oh, to look through the wall?
Yeah. Yeah, you step in and it's pretty quiet because you're actually, despite what it looks like, you are in a stone hallway. So you just hear your own footsteps echoing as you step in. Or the small pads of your light loafers. If you peek around the bridge, you can see it goes across to the eastern side and kind of follows along again. And it leads to the south, but it leads to a dead end. However, you can see in the corner here, it's kind of hard to explain here. So from this cave system, you can see a corner of the worked stone of the previous room, or the room below the transparent wall, overhangs the sort of water here, and you can see that there's actually like a kind of a grate underneath. So you're a little bit lower than it, and it looks as though it's like a drainage into the water.
Can I see how deep the water is?
No, it's pretty deep. So a lot of parts of it, other the direct shoreline, there's not much of the shore, I guess. It dips down pretty quick. I don't know how far you can really see into water in a not very well lit place.
Just cast light on a stone and drop it. That's how all my players
Yeah,
do.
there's a wall in the way.
Can't do it.
Is the wall ceiling high?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's weird because you're effectively in a narrow cave system that just happens to have certain sides of it transparent, and it's above this like reservoir. So it's really strange. But I mean, you would guess that it's probably more than 5 or 10 feet deep. at a glance. It's dark.
Oh yeah, Kraka wants to search the rocky walls for hidden doors
Sure.
down towards that dead end.
Yeah, you're
Tulok will also be doing the same.
sure walking along, having a check, but you don't spot anything.
Guild is defending, watching the way we came in.
Perhaps we should circle around to the north. That grate in there, potentially we could be climbing up from the water, but Lord knows what we think about water. Tulok heads up to the north section by the land bridge. There's something in the water. What are those?
Oh yeah, you get to there and you actually you can see it's a ladder that leads upward, which you might recall.
Is this where we Spartan kicked those
yeah,
like, frog
and there was
things?
something in there that was fucking eating the shit out of them.
Yep.
Violently.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Okay, so we know how to get down if we want to get into the water, which we don't.
Yeah, big if.
I mean, if we could stay on the shore and maybe fight whatever it is, I wonder if there's another way to get to there.
Yeah, I mean, our Jaffa key clock has to be running a little low. Do you not think?
Well, you're looking at about your 2:30 in the afternoon, and you have to the end of tomorrow.
Okay, actually, that's not
I
too
mean,
bad.
you can take all that time, but that's before Shafkin leaves.
Motherfucker.
The labyrinth.
Well, we just do what we have been doing, and we just hustle.
Yep.
You know, we make our way around to the north here, and we cut down on stealth, and we just make tracks until we find the flesh warping laboratories.
Let's get that bread, baby.
Zed's bread, baby.
All right, so you make your way along the sort of cave wall north. Just as you get to the northern side, that's there's a big sort of pocket of the reservoir that's real deep and ominous looking. You can kind of like get your head around the location. Like that's definitely where those the Gibters, they're called, they fell, where you knocked them in.
Okay.
And there's a single door.
Yeah. Do we detect, hear, see, smell, taste,
Nope.
feel anything in our hearts?
Only the joy of past birthdays, and how you may never see another one again in your dark, dark quest into the abomination vaults. Sorry, I got carried away there.
Yeah.
It's my
Just
almost
gonna-
birthday, guys. I'm excited.
Oh, I'm gonna need to take a breather here. All right.
Crack the door.
And that's where we're going to call it. No. Crack the door. Oh, it's your favorite. 5-foot wide hallway that leads south and also turns to the west.
She goes down to the fork. Using her compass, she can probably accurately identify that that's leading back to the stairway room.
Yes. The one that goes circular up and down.
Yeah.
And to the
ahead.
south is just a flat wall. Looks like a dead end.
Just a flat wall.
Yeah. But when you get down there, however, it just looks like a plain old wall. But you can see on one wall is a rather obvious hole. Let me just double check here. It looks like it takes something with like, you have to put something in and twist it with like, it's got like 4 prongs or like prong holes.
Yeah,
We have that.
she'll just try the key that we were just given.
Yeah, and you plug it in and give it a turn, and it's like, an Indiana Jones fucking twisty-turny like mechanism in the wall, and the wall opens up and cracks open to this this chamber that has these sharply angled alcoves that bear carvings of that are too defaced to actually see what they are. They're like sitting on the east and west side, right in the center of those walls. And you can also see, a couple of plinths in the same area. and each of those areas, and all the walls and stuff look like they used to hold like relief art that's been like crumbled away and torn away, so it like carved, like, you know, kind of 3D carving into the wall to represent you don't know what, but it's pretty clear it was intentional at one point. And it looks like you can actually see there's a door on the other side that's like that's reasonably seamless with the wall. But otherwise, the room appears to be totally empty.
She will do a perception check just to confirm, at least in her own mind, that the room is in fact empty.
Certainly. And you detect,
I don't
hear
feel
nothing,
good about
smell
this.
nothing. Yeah.
Okay. So shield up, taking the defend action. She'll take a 5-foot step in the room, and she's trepidatious at this point. I don't know what it is in my mind that has my hackles up in this room, but I don't like it.
Tulok will look for traps.
Greta will
sure.
search the walls.
You're all looking around, and you see nothing but the fact that the two plinths, one has 4-pronged holes in it, just like the one you used, and the other one has a more rounded kind of keyhole in it.
Ooh, shit, we got those two things.
Your thorough searching has resulted in a safe room for you to hide in.
Shoot, yeah.
So effectively, only those keys can open, but there are keyholes on each side and in the inside of the room. But you've got the keys.
Okay. Do we want to go east or west, I guess?
East.
Is this is the east the round keyhole or the
yes, the eastern one is the round keyhole.
Okay. She fumbles through her keychain and just keeps trying keys until she gets it.
Yeah, and you've got that aptly named. Remember that one that we made fun of?
Oh yeah,
The round key.
Yeah.
the quote unusual key that has a round shaft tipped with several teeth of varying length.
Yeah.
So the actual
Yeah.
is just normal
So
key.
unusual.
It's also been revealed to me since I got it that it opens and closes the northern door in the plinth room.
Oh, does it? Shit.
Yeah.
I catch them sometimes, but that's one of the failings of this module. Actually, is they have those in there and they should be like secret information. But
It
whatever.
looks like it was secret, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, those are both the plinth room keys. You turn it and it unlocks. It opens it doesn't unlock it. Opens the door on the southern side.
Oh, so it doesn't do anything with the plinth, like nothing is
No.
revealed.
When you go to the other plinth and put the 4-prong in, it closes the northern door. You have, like I said, a safe room basically.
Okay.
Because on
Oh.
each side, it looks like a seamless wall.
Okay,
This is
James.
very much like your level 2 one that you found in a way.
I feel like every level, James always knows exactly what's going on with like the fucking layout somehow. How are we gonna get to the lower area except for going back up to the arena and down from there?
The only way I can think of is if we head back to this round room, and then we head all the way back to the tavern, and then I think there are doors to the east, but I actually have no fucking idea where that staircase goes. The one we found over here. I have no idea how to get there.
Yeah, right? Like, it doesn't seem like there's a way. So, listeners, we're talking about that long rectangular room where we just fought in. You can see down into a lower area, and there's a stairwell down there, which we think leads to Jaffake's workshop. But we have no fucking idea how to get in there other than through the grate, which we had to go into the water for.
Let me throw you a bone since it's my birthday.
Okay.
You barely saw the room in the lower area with the transparent wall because you did not go north at all. So whatever you see on the map now, meta-wise, is not really anything your characters have like taken the time to look at. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you walk north along that galley, you know, the sort of the lighting is supposed to shift around, it's supposed to reveal more, but you haven't really looked at that room at all because the only time you went up that galley was when the wall was opaque.
Okay. Thank you.
So maybe there's more information.
Tulok goes, Something is telling me perhaps we should use the rune to look through the wall. And he goes and presses the rune.
He presses the rune, and as you do, this is when you remember that when you saw the Sugathi, you saw it looking at something.
Mm-hmm.
And you find the rune, do your little ditty on it, and the wall reveals, which
Good. Happy
Should've thought
birthday.
about this before. Yeah.
You filthy animal.
Gilda will close the doors to the secret room behind us, so it's undetectable.
Thank you. As soon as you release it, you could see into the room, and in the corner right here, which is effectively where that drain would have been to the reservoir, you see a large, curled up creature sleeping in the corner. It's something you would not have seen from your angle down south, that the Sugathi was clearly watching. And it's like on top of the drain, and it's like it's like green and it's scaly, and it appears to be totally dead asleep. And if you head south to look further, and there's a part of me that feels like I did cover this, but I don't actually remember. To the eastern side of this lower room, I mean, there's a lot of blood and stuff in the room. Like it's like all dried on the floor. But to the eastern side, you can see under a bunch of scuff marks and like score marks and stuff that there appears to be a small teleportation circle at the far end.
I wonder.
But it's not quite like the other ones.
Right.
Definitely
and we
different.
did find one mismatched one, I believe, right around where we saw the mummy boy.
That's right. The big room that we had a I don't know if it made the cut, but we had a little bit of debate on whether or not you explored the room or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then otherwise, yeah, there are double doors down there that lead south to the direction you're trying to go.
Okay, so let's just go back up to the next floor, and then Tulak can activate that teleportation circle, and we can theoretically just bamf down here and call it a day.
Yeah, let's call it there.
Facts.
Okay, we're calling it there.
It's like,
great
yeah,
up,
let's call
great
it
up,
a day.
guys. Let's
Yep.
go.
Happy birthday, Freeman. Bye.
Thanks. Okay, so heading back up and towards where Shafkum is, that area, and into that room. That's the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The best route for you to take is probably back up to the circular room, and then you go up the stairs, and then come down from the north like you did when you first found Shafkum. And then you can come into that room from the north. Does that work for you guys?
What, can we
Yes.
just go up these stairs right here?
The ones we came down?
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot those ones. I was actually thinking those ones were like the ones that were for the poltergeist, but I now realize that's in the tavern. Yeah, let's do that instead. Yeah, and so once you come up the stairs and back into this room, again, it's like covered in like bones and destroyed furniture and tables and chairs and like a work bench and stuff, and so it's just like a big cluttery mess. And then there's this teleportation circle that is already active in the eastern side of the room. That looks quite. It's not marred with all the scuff, but it looks very much like the one below.
Okay, yeah. Tulak, do your magic thing.
I think we just had to step on it because it's already active. And
Don't we have to have both sides active?
Well, you don't have access to the other one, so one way to find out.
Yeah, this may or may not take us to the right place.
Well,
Yeah, Gilda's gonna wait out here.
It's a little rude. Do you want to split the party like that?
If you guys like disapparate or get fucking magically smoked, somebody needs to hold down the fort.
someone needs to tell them what happened here.
Yeah, tell the story.
Okay. If you like to wait here, Lady Gilda, that's fine. Just
Well,
knows
if it works, you can come back and get me, right?
but what if we can't come back to get you? What if it's a one way?
that bag of knuckles you have. Do you have
Yes.
message in there?
I do.
Bag of knuckles.
Aren't they specifically described as a bag of like knuckle bones?
They're bones, yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
okay,
say
I
knuckle
will.
bones, but I love
As
it.
my last act in our life, as we are being destroyed, I will let you know that we have died.
Man, imagine hearing that somebody else's death knell in your mind.
Delete my search history.
You should probably go with a safer strategy of something like, I'll wait 30 seconds, and if you don't come back, I'll follow. You know?
How could that be safer if they're dead?
Well, that way you know it's one way, and then they're probably in danger.
Or the magic just kills them because the other side of this portal isn't active.
All right.
Gilda doesn't know how magic
could go into
rituals
a
work.
volcano.
She's a fucking paladin.
Tulok presses the big red button. Beam me up.
The conveniently says in common, Staples. You step in and wait, and just after like 5 seconds, you start to disapparate, and then poof, yeah, you teleport down to the room below. Do you do the same, Kraka? You join him in that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
foolhardily, one would say.
And as soon as you teleport to the room below, you're in the room, and it's like dead quiet, and you look at each other, and you both have a symbol floating over your head. Just like Mershen, but it's a different symbol.
Ah.
I've played The Sims.
Is it red? Are we hungry? I piss myself.
Do we know what the symbol is?
You don't. It's in Aklo. I believe you spent a spell slot to read the other one.
It said champion or something.
It said Victor.
All right. Well, Tulok wastes cantrip bone to let Lady Gilda know she can come back down. No,
Okay.
When are we ever going to need message again?
Tulok will attempt to go. Can I attempt to go back out actually first?
Yep.
Let's try.
You can go back up. Yep.
Okay, never mind. I don't waste it.
Yeah.
Is the symbol still above his head?
That's what I'm searching for right now.
And is it the same as Kruka's symbol?
Kruka's and Tulok's are identical when they go down.
Because we're right next to Jaffa Key. I'm sure he can read Aklo. He's been locked in that room for 1,000 fucking years.
Oh, you mean Shafrim? Shafrim.
Yeah.
God damn it! Where's? Oh, here it is. Anyone uses it? Oh, anyone who returns. So when you come back up, it does. There is one over your head, and it changes, and it says Victor.
Oh.
I'm guessing it says Challenger or something when you're down there.
Okay, so Tulok waits for Lady Gilda, and we'll take them both down.
There you go.
All right. You head down. I'm just going to reactivate the other floor now. After all that, you head down and you all arrive. And sure enough, this other symbol is on all of your heads. You are in a very, very quiet room.
Yeah, and Gilda's going to attempt to stay quiet as all hell because she does not want to wake the sleeping dragon on the grate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I have like a hungry pit or something like that to make a hole in the floor that I could just make it fall through, but I don't.
Yeah.
So
Tulok, I assume,
So
will
we
take
wanna-
stealth. Lady Gabe will do her best as well. And Kruka, you can do the same. You can follow suit.
yeah, before that, Kruka would like to give a Quicksilver mutagen to Tulok in case he would need it, which gives you a +2 item bonus to acrobatics checks, stealth checks, thieveries, and reflex saves.
Dope.
What's the downside, though? There's always a downside to the mutagen.
Oh, drawback. You take damage equal to twice your level. You can't recover hit points lost this way by any means while the mutagen lasts, and a -2 penalty to fortitude saves for 10 minutes.
He's going to take 14 damage. Twice his level or twice the item's level?
Twice your level.
Okay. So you'll take 14 damage right out of the gate.
Tulok is more interested in going. Thank you, Duncan. Tulak is interested in going south and then up those stairs, not necessarily straight into these doors here, but I don't know how you guys feel.
I'm following your lead.
Yeah.
Okay, Tulak, as silently as half humanly possible, is rounding the corner and going to the south.
Okay, we made a really dumb error here. By
Uh-oh.
mistake. The stairs you went up to go look at that room weren't actually the stairs south of that room. They were the stairs in the blade trap area.
Okay.
So you didn't actually come to the south of that room with the teleportation circle. You came to the trap area and made your way back into that room, which is fine. And now you don't know. You don't know you're doing this, but you are now heading towards the stairs that lead up to that room with the teleportation circle.
Oh, so we could have just walked down the stairs?
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so the beginning of the exploration of this level's gone. Started in the wrong place?
No, I'm pretty sure that's because I was actually confused. So when I switched that map over, you did not have that staircase explored, and I was confused why. It's because you didn't actually use it, which is why I think you didn't explore that room. You never actually went to that area. I'm like so confident in it. I think you guys went back to the blade trap room because you knew there was a staircase there. It was in that room that you inspected in the middle of the thing going off, and you took that staircase down.
All right. Well,
It's been a
okay,
while.
so
It's been a while, listeners, but I'm confident that's what happened.
Right. Okay, so this leads back up, and we don't
Yeah.
want to go there, is what you're saying.
Well,
okay.
we have to sort of retcon the actions of you going back up and checking this out, but it means you don't know where these stairs go. And so you're still gonna have to roll your stealth checks to go check it out. And we're gonna go that direction and assume that that's what you go to find out and investigate.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So you loop around to this. You go up the stairs. You go, oh shit, this was like right there. That's convenient, not. And then I assume you head back down.
So basically, the two things that got us where we think is closest to Jafaki were right fucking there. We just didn't use them. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
But I mean, they were a level up, so like you know, it's a while. It's been a while since you had to think about it, and you didn't know the direction Jafaki or even had a motivation to go towards them back then. So you go do that. You're looping around, and so you're looping back around as you come down the stairs. All, I assume, remaining stealthy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
As you can. Okay. Yeah, you went through pretty smoothly on the way in. I'm afraid you didn't do so well on the way back. In fact, actually, Tulak's doing a great job. Kruka's not terrible. As you would guess, Lady Gilda not having a great time.
Yeah,
clunking around in the half plate with her +1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was a +1 on there?
So yeah, you're basically gonna make it to the middle of the room before you hear a stirring, and you know where it's coming from around that corner that you can't see, and you just hear a swish, a big like swish of like movement, and like the scaly creature is like sliding against the wall, like it's basically just like, you know, rubbing up against it, and then it just like a boom, boom, and turns around the corner, and this is what you see.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's
like
large,
a weird dragon with a lamprey mouth. Lamprey?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a lamprey mouth. It's like this big reptilian horror that's like walking on two powerful hind legs. It's got forelimbs with sharp curving claws. It's got a toothy, completely eyeless and tubular head that has 3 hypersensitive frilled ears on the top that are like twitching and turning. And it heard you because it hear real well. And we're gonna have to roll for initiative because it doesn't like try to search you out. It turns and gets ready to barrel at you.
Sweet.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm very excited for this creature. Oh, boy.
Can I use my hero point to reroll initiative?
Yep. You sure can. And anyone who wants to roll stealth instead, you have the option. It's probably only 2 luck, though.
I did, and I rolled a 28, motherfucker.
Okay.
I got a natural 1 for an 11 on my first roll, but a 26 on the second with the hero point. So now I am hero pointless.
All right. Hero pointless. I'm excited for this creature, but I'm also scared for you because of my excitement. I am going to give you all a birthday hero point right now before this combat starts.
Whoa.
That dangerous, eh?
That dangerous. Let's go. Start of the combat. Start of the combat is the creature. Okay, so this creature is going to first shriek with this really brutal sonic cry that shoots forward 60 feet at all of you. And I need you all to roll me a fortitude save.
Danger.
Jesus.
25.
28.
33.
Okay. 28 and 33 are a success. You are sickened for 1 round. And Krucka, you failed. You are deafened for 3 rounds and stunned 2.
Jesus. Doesn't sound good.
And then this creature basically barrels forward at you 25 feet after it shrieks at you. And that's going to be its turn. Krucka, you are up.
Stunned.
Stunned 2 means you lose your first 2 actions right away, and then the stun comes off.
Hey.
And you are also deafened, so you automatically fail critically fail perception checks that you need to hear. If you want to perform any of the auditory trait, you have to roll a DC 5 flat check. That's mostly it, though. But you are immune to auditory effects at the moment. For 3 rounds.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
thanks
you
for
basically
that.
have 1 action this turn.
Yeah, okay. He's just going to
And
fly into
your
a
world
rage.
is rocked.
Yeah. Piercing sound. He's getting like the tinnitus sound ringing in his ears, like mop, mop, and he flies into a rage.
Okay, flies into a rage. Getting ready. Tulok, what do you got?
Tulok. So reaching into Duffy, it's 1 action to pull him off my back and another action to pull an item out.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, Tulok will do that and pull
Okay.
out the Staff of Necromancy.
Right?
And then with last action, will stride to the east into the hallway, a little away
Okay.
from everyone.
All right. Strategies are working now, Lady Gilda. Oh boy.
First action, shield goes up. Second action is a stride. Third action will be a grapple.
Okay. You can grapple large creatures?
Yep, Titan Wrestler.
Hell yeah. Athletics against my fortitude DC. What do you got?
19.
That's a fail.
Okay, that's her.
Okay. Next up. So you raise shield? Yeah, raise shield, move. Tried to grapple. Next up, the creature is going to launch another 60-foot cone, I think. Actually, no, it's not. It's going to do something different. It's going to shoot. It's basically going to, it's going to emit another harsh sonic cry, but this cry, it basically, throws its voice and does a 30-foot burst here. And I need everyone, including Tulok, who went the other way, to roll a reflex save on this one, please.
Am I still sickened? I know you said for 1 round, but I didn't know if that was a mistake on your part.
No, it did say for 1 round. So I think you'll be done at the end of this creature's turn.
Oh, okay.
Don't we take down on our turn though?
No, that's frightened.
Frightened. I thought it was the top of the round. That's why I'm asking.
No, nothing happens at the top of the round ever. Well, only if it's it's created by the creature at the top of the round. So basically you're guaranteed to go through your condition, weakened by it for the creature every time.
Is Kruka immune to this because he's deafened?
No, actually. You would think so, but there's something else at play.
Okay, so 30.
Okay, 30. Tulok, you got
25.
okay, and Gilda.
A 13. But I'd like to know if this has the manipulate trait at all.
It does not.
Okay. 13.
Okay, so Kruka, you are going to take half of 39 damage.
I think 19, 20.
18, thank you. It's a round down. Tulok, you're going to take 39 damage.
Copy that.
And Lady Gilda, you're going to take double that because you critically failed. And then this creature is going to launch a Jaws attack at you, Lady Gilda,
I'm going to die.
for a 32 to hit.
32's a hit.
And you take 27 piercing and sonic damage.
Okay, can you throw it in the chat? I'm going to shield block because otherwise I might actually die.
Okay. Oh, man, I feel sick. Yep, in the chat.
Fuck your birthday.
You can only shield block the piercing side of this, which is 9 of the damage.
Okay.
And you are... Oh, God, what are you at now?
2.
Oh, boy. Kruka.
Ooh. Yikes.
Don't be afraid to fucking jam out up that teleportation circle or the staircase. We can get the fuck out of here.
Think so? Kruka is not there yet. So
I actually
he's-
can't move that far in a round.
Oh, boy.
He's going to pull up beside Lady Gilda and to the south of this creature, take a swing with the axe.
Okay,
28 to hit,
that hits. First blood.
24 damage, 8 of which are fire.
24 damage. Okay. That's a good hit.
Yeah. Free action, he's going to change his grip on the butchering axe. Second action, draw the wine of blood and give it to Lady
Sangwa?
Gilda.
Oh, the wine of blood. And drink it? Oh, God, I don't remember what that thing does.
No, give it to Lady Gilda.
Oh, give it to Lady Gilda. Oh, okay.
Yep, you recover
Yeah.
2d10 hit points, and
Nice.
a +1
And
status
additionally-
bonus to all will saves, or a +2 status bonus to emotion effects for 1 minute.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
Tulok.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tulok turns to this thing and says, "You have been warped. You are a despicable creature now. You should die. Or we can let you free and you can live just somewhere other than here. Leave us be, or we will be forced to murder you." And is going to attempt to intimidate this fucking thing.
Okay. Does not
30.
speak any of your languages.
Mine for 26.
26 against my will DC again, is it?
Uh-huh.
That's a fail.
And Tulok is Tulok is going to use the Staff of Necromancy to cast Deafness. So, Fortitude save, please.
Okay. Oh, boy. 33. Natural 17.
Fuck. Okay, and then but I can't use a hero point to have you reroll that, eh?
No. It is the best move you could think of. You should have. Yeah. Oh man. Like I knew that was a possibility for you. And it's such a great idea.
Okay, so you are
But-
deafened for 1 round.
I am deafened for 1 round. All right. That might be clutch, my friends. deafened for 1 round. Lady Gilda, what do you got? You could see this thing like just reel in like this like weird erratic like convulsion because it suddenly can't hear.
Right. So first action, she's going to drink that wine of the blood.
Oh no, he administered it.
Oh, okay.
It's... oh wait. Did you? You moved, attacked, and then drew it. No, she'll have
No.
to take it.
Yeah.
No. No. I free action. I attacked. Oh yeah, I moved, attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have
It's a
to
free
draw it
action
and
to,
then give it
to
to
change
her.
the grip, yeah. So yeah, okay. So you spend an action drinking
Okay.
it.
Actually, in which case, she's not going to spend an action to drink it.
Oh, shit.
Well, I could roll 2d10, or I could just have 24 HP back.
That makes sense.
So she'll lay on hands. Heal for 24. We're not prepared for this. And she's not prepared for this. So she will state that we're not ready for this. Let's take a beat. Let's come back when we're prepared. Full retreat, and she will spend her next 2 actions moving to the stairs and up.
Okay. That brings it back to the creature's turn. Which is going to have to... Holy shit. Because right now it's effectively blinded. Which makes it... It's technically immune to blinded, so this is kind of weird. It won't let me apply it. So you're blinded, so it's going to be flat-footed to your attacks because you are all basically concealed to it. And it is going to... I think I can spend an action to seek. This is a weird one. It's going to... I think it's gonna like start to step backwards. And I don't think it knows what to do. I don't know what to do. It's blinded, and you basically have this opening. It's like juddering at the fact that it's blinded, and it doesn't act because it doesn't know how to. It doesn't have the appropriate senses at the moment. Krucka, what do you do?
Well, seeing Lady Gilda beat it for the exit, he's just gonna take that moment to do the same and beeline it out of there.
Okay.
2 actions and he's up the stairs. So 3 actions and he's up the stairs.
All right. Tulok.
Yeah, I got the perfect amount of movement to flee to right up the stairs.
Okay. You follow them, and then it's Lady Gilda, and you all make your way up the stairs and peel away from this ridiculous creature. And, well, that's what we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to me! Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.